Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Real Life English Podcast. Today, we're learning one of the most useful and confusing verbs in English, the verb get.
That's right, because native speakers use this word in daily conversations all the time, and it can have many different meanings depending on the situation.
For example, if I say, "Did you get my message?" and "Did you get some coffee before class?" the same verb is being used in two completely different ways.
Exactly, because in the first sentence, get means receive, while in the second sentence it means buy. And if I say, "Now I get why this verb is difficult," then it means understand.
So if you want your English to sound more natural and fluent, learning how to use get correctly is very important.
In today's lesson, we'll teach you the most common meanings of get in a simple and easy way. So stay with us until the end.
And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Real Life English Podcast for more everyday English lessons.
All right, let's begin with the first meaning of get, where it simply means receive, although native speakers prefer it because it sounds much more natural than the word receive.
Exactly. Instead of saying, "I received your email yesterday," most people naturally say, "I got your email yesterday."
For example, last year I got a really nice watch for my birthday and also got a beautiful card from my cousin.
Perfect! Because in both sentences, got simply means received, and this is one of the most common ways people use this verb.
Now let's move to the second meaning, where get means buy, especially when we talk about shopping, food, or drinks.
Right. If I ask, "Ethan, where did you get your jacket?" I'm actually asking where he bought it.
And we also use it while ordering food, because native speakers usually say, "Can I get a coffee and a burger, please?" instead of sounding too formal.
Exactly. And using get this way will make your English sound much smoother and more natural in real conversations.
Get is actually much more natural and commonly used in everyday English than the word purchase, which sounds too formal for normal conversation.
Exactly. Because in real life, nobody says, "I want to purchase a pizza." Instead, we naturally say, "Let's get a pizza," or "Let's get some groceries from the supermarket."
So in this case, get clearly means buy, but it sounds more relaxed and natural in spoken English compared to formal vocabulary.
Right. But there is another important meaning of get as well, because it can also mean to fetch or bring something for someone.
Like when someone says, "Can I get you a glass of water?" It actually means I will go and bring that glass of water for you.
Exactly. You go, take the item, and then come back with it. Like when you say, "Wait here, I will get my coat."
So this shows how flexible the word get is, because it can mean buying something, receiving something, or even bringing something back.
Yes. And that's why get is such an important word in English, because we use it in many different situations every single day.
Now let's move to another very common meaning of get, which is related to movement and arriving at different places.
Yes, because get is also used to talk about reaching or arriving somewhere, and it is much more natural than saying arrive in daily conversation.
For example, instead of saying, "I arrive at 5, we usually say, "I get here at 5, which sounds more natural and conversational.
Exactly. And we also ask questions like, "When did you get here?" Meaning, when did you arrive at this place?
We also use it when talking about travel, like, "How do you get to work?" which means how do you reach your workplace every day?
Right. And you can answer it by saying, "I get to work at 9 a.m. by bus," or by any other transport you use regularly.
But there is one important exception that learners must remember, and that exception is the word home.
Yes, because we never say get to home. Instead, we simply say, "I get home," without using to at all.
For example, "I got home late last night," or when did you get home are both completely correct and natural sentences.
So the rule is simple. We use get to for places like work or school, but only get home without to.
I get it now, and that means I completely understand this rule about how get works with places and movement.
Perfect. And in the next part, we will continue exploring even more meanings of this powerful word, get, on Real Life English Podcast.
All right, this is my favorite meaning of get, because here it means become, which describes a process where something slowly changes from one state or condition into another over time.
Yes, exactly. It's used when a situation or feeling is not fixed, but is gradually changing, like moving from one emotional or physical state into a different one.
Can you give a simple real-life example so it becomes even easier to understand in daily conversation?
Sure. Imagine you haven't eaten all day. In the morning, you feel fine. But as time passes, you start getting hungry, which shows your feeling is changing step by step.
So instead of saying, I become hungry, we naturally say, I am getting hungry, because it shows the change happening in real time.
Exactly. And we use it a lot with emotions, too. Like, he is getting angry, when someone slowly starts losing control of their feelings.
Or, she is getting excited about the trip, which means her excitement is increasing little by little as the trip gets closer.
Yes, and it also works for weather changes, like it is getting dark outside, which shows the gradual change from day to night.
And in winter we often say, it is getting cold, meaning the temperature is slowly dropping and the environment is changing.
Right. So the structure get plus adjective is very powerful because it helps us describe natural changes in a very simple and spoken way.
We also use it in common phrases like get ready, get dressed, and get better, especially when someone is recovering from being sick.
Yes. For example, I hope you get better soon means I hope you become healthy again in a short time.
So now we've learned that get can mean receive, buy, arrive, and become depending on the situation we use it in.
Exactly. But we still have one final and very important part left, which is phrasal verbs that use get in different combinations.
Let's start with a simple daily routine. In the morning, my alarm rings and I leave my bed, which is called get up.
Yes. And when you leave your house and enter your car, we say get in the car because it is a small, closed space you go inside.
And when it comes to bigger transport like a bus, we say get on the bus because you step onto it instead of going inside like a car.
Exactly. And this is how get changes meaning again depending on the word it is combined with in phrasal verbs.
That actually makes it much easier to understand now, especially when we connect it to real-life actions.
And that's the goal, to make English natural and simple on Real Life English Podcast.
Exactly, if you can walk or stand inside a vehicle, then we use get on. So we say, I get on the bus, because there is enough space to move inside it.
Yes, and the same rule applies to other large transport, like trains, planes, and ships. So we say, I get on the train, I get on the plane, and I get on the ship.
So it's not random at all. There is a clear logic behind it, meaning small enclosed vehicles use get in, and large ones where you can move use get on.
Exactly. And now let's talk about the opposite, which is leaving a vehicle, because this is where many learners make mistakes.
Right? So if you get in a car, you get out of a car. And if you get on a bus, then you get off the bus when you leave it.
Yes. So instead of saying get out the bus, we correctly say get off the bus, because off is used for larger transport.
Like saying, let me get off here, which sounds natural, instead of get out here, which is incorrect in this situation.
Exactly. And now let's move to another important area where we use get, which is relationships and social situations.
So when two people have a good relationship, we say they get along, meaning they are friendly and understand each other well.
Yes, and you can also say, I don't get along with my boss, which means there are problems or arguments between you.
Another useful one is get over, like when you recover from an illness or emotional situation. For example, I got over my cold.
Right. And get through means completing something difficult, like we need to get through this meeting, or I didn't get through the exam.
So these phrasal verbs, get along, get over, and get through, make your English sound much more natural and fluent.
Exactly. And now let's finish with some very important life changes where get is also commonly used in everyday English.
Like marriage, we don't usually say, he married, we say, he got married in June, which sounds much more natural.
Yes. And similarly, we say they got divorced to show a change in relationship status.
For jobs, we say, I got the job when we receive it, and I got fired when we lose it.
Exactly. And if someone becomes lost in a place, we say, I got lost in New York, meaning they couldn't find their way.
Another very useful phrase is get used to, which means adapting to something new over time.
Yes. For example, I got used to waking up early, meaning it became normal for me after some time.
So now we've seen how powerful the word get really is in English, from simple actions to big life changes.
Exactly. And that's why mastering get helps you sound much more natural in real conversations.
And now it's your turn. Try writing your own sentence with get in the comments and practice what you learned today.
Yes. And if you enjoyed this lesson on Real Life English Podcast, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep practicing every day.